how you do. Yeah, I've been holding out for you. Goodbye, gray sky, come back blue. Tell me all you'd like to do. When I found love, you were waiting there for me. When I found love, it was there for all to see. Been searching low and high for you, never certain but always true. When I found love, yeah, you found it too. Sunlight pictures in my mind. Now we're together all the time. As we keep floating in the breeze, my every heartbeat's yours, believe. When I found love, you were waiting there for me. When I found love, it was there for all to see. Been searching low and high for you, never certain but always true. When I found love, yeah, you found it too. All these horizons are now yours and mine. We're bound together, right place, perfect time. There's nowhere else that we could ever be. All we need is here, we're flying free.
You don't need to know me now. Standing underneath the cloud, there's no one around.